remember in our first clip about Cam, remember I said Cam needs Mace. Mace is born to do this, and you're going to see why right now. Go ahead.
Video came out yesterday. He said, "You want a big back? I put a big black baby."
Man!
He said, "A little white girl put a big black baby in you," or something to that effect.
Wow. This is a lot. This is a lot because I know when I'm hearing people, they're like, "Well, this wouldn't have happened with a black girl." Let's start right there. With a black girl, he probably would have paid child support. There's a lot of things that it would have been easier. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not for this, but it would have been easier with a black girl. Let's say she was from the projects. Her name was LaTanya. You know, he wouldn't have been paying what he's paying. I just know that much. Y'all think I be laughing? I'm not trying to see. This is why I don't talk. Y'all don't think I'm trying. I'm not trying to. This is a serious matter, right? This is a real serious matter. Let's make it serious because I'm not trying to joke. For him to offer $10 million says that there might be some truth to this because I'm not offering nobody no $10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason that $10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the $10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right? Why y'all keep laughing? I know this is why they flew me back in. They wanted to know my take. But listen, all jokes aside, if the girl said I want 10, this may be the lawyer, right? Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? And the guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on them. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
You was asking about college.
Yeah, this is your Thurgood Marshall right here. Him right there. For real? Yeah, that nigga worth a lot of money. You know how guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. And he was like, 10 is my 10. You got to put in your number for yourself. That don't have nothing to do with mine. 10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you, I ain't been out the streets that long. I know this is how peace think. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody's watching this and you know that behavior, you just put it in the chat and say it's Mace lying. And then another thing I want to look at in this whole entire case, right?
That's how Shannon reacted. Do you want to add anything to that? I don't want to talk about Shannon or Kanye at all, really.
You know, not to go into Kanye at all, but, you know, he had his second Taylor Swift moment. You know, he couldn't let Shannon breathe for 2 seconds without being like, you know what? I'm the biggest freak. Watch this shit. The whole my beer meme.
He did it to Shannon and YG. You guys deal with that on your own. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me. This is your mess.
Trauma dumping on like 300 million people is crazy.
That is craziness, bro. And that's